Hello everybody. What we're going to be doing today is just kind of a short video. We're going to go over the evolutions and what you need to unlock them. So let's get going here. So let's say go down to here. The first they start here. So this is black hole. This is the one I don't have, and it's a 3-ball combination. So it's a double evolution is what I should say. So just ignore that one. We're not going to be going over that one. If you want to go over that in the future, we can. But we're just going to go over the common evolutions today. We're not even going to discuss like Nosferatu. I'll have to unlock Black Hole. I haven't bothered. There's some cool stuff you can do with it if you evolve it with another evolution. It's pretty cool, but that's beside the point. So what we're going to do then, just go over the normal evolutions. The balls, you need to get them, and maybe some characters you could use to get you on the right path to unlocking them. So the first ball is the Assassin Ball. It's not very good. That's besides the point. I don't really take it too much because you saw. I think I've had it 6 times. I've had the option to take it like hundreds of times, but yeah. So anyway, you can. This one you get with either. You have to have the Iron Ball, and then you either pair it with the Ghost or the Dark Ball. So that means I'm not sure if you can pair the Shield Bearer and then the guy that shoots from the back, the dark guy. I'm not actually sure. Let's go look at that real quick. This guy. He's the guy that has the dark ball. So let's just pick him. Yeah, you can. So if you wanted to try to immediately go for the Assassin Ball, you could play those two. Another option would be the Ghost Ball, which I think is, yeah, it's for the Empty Nester. So you could pair the Empty Nester with him, which would probably be the better choice for that, because having pass through on that guy is really good. So yeah, you start off with those. You could just have the. Oh wait, never mind. You'd be going you'd be going these two, which is fine, because you could be bouncing. See, I don't think you don't think you want that ball ever, but I'm just saying that's how you could get it if you wanted to start off. You could start off with Shield Bearer and Empty Nester, or Shield Bearer and what's the assassin guy? What's his name? I never remember his name. The guy the Shade. Sorry, there we go. So that's one option. There's another guy who has the Iron Ball as well. Who is that? Oh, the Tactician. So if you wanted to play turn-based battles, you could go Tactician. And who did they let you pair him with? Let's see here. So yeah, okay, you could go Tactician and then into Shade, or Tactician into Empty Nester. That would work very well right there. Could be another way you could get that ball. All right. So let's go back to the encyclopedia here. All right. Next is Berserk. Each hit has a chance of causing enemies to go berserk for 6 seconds. Berserk enemies deal 15 to 20 damage to adjacent enemies every second. So it's pretty cool when you get it to work. They just hit the enemies around them, and it's pretty sweet. You get that with either Charm and Fire or Charm and Bleed. We can go look at the characters again if you want. Let's see here. Fire, you can go with Itchy Finger. I think there's one other person with Fire also. We'll see here in a second, though. Nope, there's not. Okay. So, yeah. There's no one that has the Charm Ball, though. So, you could start off with either one of those characters in your run, either Fire or... What was the other one? It was Lightning, right? Oh no, it's Bleed. Bleed Ball, you can just start off with the first character, the warrior, right? He starts off with the Bleed Ball, so that'd be the option. You can start off with him. Here's Black Hole, which I believe you get that by combining. You get a sun and darkness, I believe, and then you have to combine those with. Oh, you get a sun. Sorry, which is fire and this ball down here. So yeah, so sun. You blind all enemies. You get these fire on those two, and then you have to morph them with darkness to make this. So but that's beside the point. So next is blizzard. This is a very powerful ball. Oop. You freeze all enemies within a 2-tile radius for 0.8 seconds, dealing 1 to 50 damage. You start off with the ice, which the repentant starts off with ice. So from that point on, you just need a wind ball or a lightning ball. So if you wanted to start off with the repentant, and let's see here. You could get the juggler, which would be really, really good, actually. That would let you go straight into that if you wanted it. And that's a really strong ball, so there's nothing wrong with doing that. Another one is wind. There's someone who, okay, to a radical. You don't get to control the radical, so that's not quite as good. So I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you just want to watch. But yeah. So basically, your best if you ever wanted to just mess around with the blizzard ball, just go repentant right into the juggler. Okay. Next ball is bomb. So that's just there's only one way to make that. It's just fire and iron. So the way you could get that would be either the tactician or the shield bearer, which probably the shield bearer is the one you'd want to do. The tactician is a little wonky, but also you don't really want to have the bomb with him though. So this is the funny part about this because the bomb doesn't bounce, and that's what you're trying to do with the shield bearer is bounce. But that's beside the point. Because if you want to make a bomb right away, you just go shield bearer, and then fire, which is as we saw, the fire is the itchy finger. So start off with itchy finger, and then just try to look for an iron ball. You don't really, like I said, you don't really want to be building bombs if you're on shield bearer. So that's that. Let's see here. Next ball is flash. This ball is awesome. You can use this to really decimate with further evolutions. You just evolve this with any really good evolution, especially AoE evolutions, and you're just going to start mopping the floor. It's good with bleed. It's good with things with the two mass fire like magma. It's good with overgrowth. Basically, just ends the game if you make it with overgrowth. So yeah, as you saw, you can get lightning with the juggler, or the scientist has or the physicist, I mean, has the light ball. So that's flash or whatever it's called. So no, this is flash. Yeah, So anyway, that's how you could get that immediately. It's a really strong ball. Next is flicker. You can use flicker the same way that I just explained the other. You can just combine it with anything that does really crazy stuff, and it'll just hit the entire screen with it every 1.4 seconds. And I think that actually goes down, maybe as you level it. I'm not sure if it goes down or if it does more damage. Either way, you can combine flicker with anything that does badass stuff, and it does really good. So as you see, you just get you could combine the physicist and the the shade. I don't know why I can never remember his name. We can go look and see if you can actually combine them too real quick. I'm not 100% certain. I don't have everything memorized. Let's see here. Yeah, you can do that. So yeah, that'd be the combination you would make if you just wanted to immediately go into that ball. All right, let's see. We said flicker. Here's freeze ray. This is really simple. You just need a laser and ice. It emits a freezing ray when hitting and dealing 2 to 50 damage. I mean, to all enemies in its path. 10% chance of freezing them for 10 seconds. That's pretty good because if it does freeze something, 10 seconds is a really long freeze. It'll back up everything behind it, which is pretty sweet. So that's not bad. There's better ways to apply freeze to lots of things, so I don't really ever look for it. But it's not awful. Like I said, all the evolutions are okay if you use them correctly. So that's fine. The laser is had by what's his face, the guy that makes the decisions for you. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the guy that makes the decisions for you, but you still play. You can get him and the Repentant together. That you could, he'd probably immediately just merge those two together because he tends to try to make evolutions. It seems to be what he does. Kind of, I think it's meant to just teach you evolutions, I guess, right off the bat. Frost Flame, or Frozen Flame, I should say. It adds Frost Burn on hit for 20 seconds. Max force attacks. Frost Burn units are dealt 8 to 12 damage per stack per second. Receive 25% damage from other sources. This ball's not that great if you're just like smacking it off the front of the enemy and having it come back to you. But if you can give this pass through, or flicker, or flash, or combine it with lasers, anything that you can let you apply this on a huge scale makes it go really, really crazy. And you could easily just get this. You could just start off with the Itchy Finger and the Repentant, and it'd be fine. That'd be a good way to apply it to get that ball immediately. Next is Hemorrhage. This ball is terrible unless you do something crazy with it. Like I said, flicker, flash, lasers, things like that. But it's the bleed ball and the iron ball. So you could go Tactician or Shield Bearer and the Warrior. But the Warrior and the Shield Bearer are really good together. So you can start off immediately and go into this ball if you wanted. I think I like them a lot together. I've used that combination of people before. It doesn't do anything super crazy, but the Warrior has a really high strength scaling, which I'm not sure. I'm still not 100% certain how they apply the stats. So you could start off, have the Warrior be your first character. I think that's probably how it works, and then just have the Shield Bearer there to get his bonuses from bouncing the balls back and forth. Holy Laser, my favorite ball for just going absolutely insane. Just combine the two lasers. That's the sideways, the vertical and the horizontal laser. And yeah. And like I said, you can combine that with any of the other evolutions, and it's good. As crazy as that sounds, it just is. You can combine it with pretty much anything. If you can, maybe not something that just gives, but you could combine it with something that gives pass through. So what you will do is you combine it with another evolution, like something that Ghost is attached to. That Ghost makes, like. So I think, what other evolutions have passed through here? There has to be something. Oh yeah, like you can combine it with like these. Noxious would be good. This is really good. Soul Sucker, plus the Holy Laser is really good. Or you can just use a character that has pass through. Is another way to make it work really good. Like the Embedded, that's super amazing, obviously. Or you could take items that give you pass through. There's a lot of ways to give the Holy Laser pass through. So. That's pretty bonkers. Next is the Incubus. Each hit has a chance of dealing a 4% chance of charming the enemies for 9 seconds. Charmed enemies cursed. Nearby enemies. Cursed enemies are dealt 1 to 200 damage after being hit 5 times. So giving things charm is really good when you have baby balls. Lots of baby balls. Because then the baby balls are hitting it and proccing the curse over and over and over again. That's the best way to really use that, in my opinion. Now, the best way to use Incubus is to actually just combine it with Succubus and make Satan. Because Satan is like immensely strong. And next is Inferno. It doesn't tell you that it does this, but it actually removes the pass through from the wind, and removes the slow from the wind, which sucks. So Inferno is not good unless you're, like I said, it's good if you can if you're finding a way to give it pass through or making it do lots of AOE, like flicker, flash, lasers, etc. But that's just, you get that by going fire and wind. Fire again, you get that from the Itchy Finger. The Itchy Finger, yeah. The wind is like the radical. So you probably just want if you were looking for this ball specifically to build this, you just start off with like the Itchy Finger and then just look for a wind by rolling for it and banning other things. If you want to mess around with that. Next is Laser Beam. It's just a laser combined with what's the name of that ball? Why am I forgetting? Light, yeah. Laser combined with light. Emit a laser beam on hit that deals 30 to 42 damage and blinds enemies for 8 seconds. Blind is really strong. You can take the blindfold, and it just gives you like a gigantic chance to crit on blinded guys. So it's really strong. You can combine this with other things, like things that give pass through or do more AoE type stuff, and just go crazy with it. As always, you can. Let's see, Laser is the guy that makes the decisions. Why am I forgetting his stupid name? I don't want to go look, but I'm going to. Darn it. Let's see here. The cogitator. There we go. Sorry. But you don't get a choice in what things get made with the cogitator, so don't plan on having a plan when you pick him. So it's kind of pointless. But he's a good way to watching him is a good way to learn about things. Like if you don't know, though, so that's pretty cool. And okay, so yeah, so you could just start off with the physicist and the cogitator and hope you made that, or you could just start off with the physicist and look for lasers if you wanted to build that. It's another way to do it. Leech attaches the one leech onto enemies it hits, which adds 2 stacks of bleed per second to max 24 stacks. This is probably the worst. This is maybe one of the 5 worst evolutions, but it does go crazy if you, like I said, just give it pass through or put it on flicker, flash, holy laser. You can just like bleed the entire screen to death. Lightning rod plants the lightning rod into enemies it hits. Those enemies are struck by lightning every 3 seconds, dealing 1 to 30 damage to up to 8 nearby enemies. This is okay. Again, same. It's better if you. They're all better if you give them pass through and make them do large AOE. So I'm gonna stop saying that. But you could get this by doing the juggler plus either the shield bearer or the tactician. So yeah, like that'd be either way to do that would be fine. Love struck inflicts love struck on enemies for 20 seconds. Love struck units have a 50% chance of healing you for 5. That's almost completely pointless. Like, so if they were gonna hit you, when they have love struck on them, they might heal you. So it's like a coin flip. Not that good. So I don't make this ever. But if you do want to make it, you could just take the physicist or the juggler and then look for charm balls. Okay, maggot. This is one of the best balls for. It's not worth making unless you're going to fuse it with something. But if you do fuse it with something, it becomes insane. It just because all the baby balls that explode out of it have the same properties as the whatever you fuse it with. So you can just go crazy that way. And it's the maggot plus. So you could just take the cohabitants and look for a maggot ball. So that's be the best way to do that one. And then you have magma, which is my personal S tier that I look for a lot when I'm running. I think it's one of my the best ways to just play. A really easy way to do it. You just take the itchy finger plus the makeshift Sisyphus and just combine those together. It's really, really super good, and it just allows you to burn the entire screen down. It's amazing. And if you could do, like I said, that one goes exceptionally hard. Any of the stuff that you can combine, the AoE balls you make with the earthquake ball, just go insane with flicker or flash. Like the 2 best things to do with that, or holy laser. Mosquito King. This ball's not very good. Spawns a mosquito. Other than it makes you can form Nosferatu with it, which is Nosferatu's. Even if you're planning on getting it and have all the re-rolls and everything you need, it's still hard to get. So it's not really worth going for unless you're just messing around and having fun. Which it is fun to do that. Also, so you can just get the vampire and the broodmother. So you can have the cohabitants plus. Who's the character that has the vampire ball automatically? So yeah, there's the cohabitants. Oh yeah, the spendthrift. Yeah, that actually works really good having them together because I think you can do that. You can't actually do that. Why in my brain did I think you could do that? You can't actually use them with the three of the strongest characters, which makes sense because they would just pop off too hard. So yeah, don't do that. You can't do that. But you can start off with either the spendthrift or the cohabitants and then just look for the other ball. That'd be the best way to do that. Okay, let's see here. Mosquito swarm. I'm actually I might try to make this, do something cool with this in this video right after we get done talking about these because I saw the coolest thing ever. I'm not going to explain it yet. Explodes into 3 to 6 mosquitoes. Mosquitoes attack random enemies, dealing 80 to 120 damage each. If a mosquito kills an enemy, they steal 1 health. So yeah, that's just bonkers. It's really bad normally, but I'm going to show you what you can do with it. But yeah, if you wanted to just make this, Just take it. Just you could either take the spendthrift or the uh, what's the flatulent? I think is the one. Yeah, is the one with the egg sac. I'm not sure if you can take them together. You probably can. I can't imagine why they would ban that. And then you could just make the mosquito and that thing right off the bat. The mosquito swarm. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I'll show you something really cool with it in a little bit though. Noxious. This ball's very good. It passes through. It applies 3 stacks of poison, so it's just automatically super good AoE. Poison lasts for 4 seconds and deals 1 to 3 damage per second. So, but it puts it on a 2-tile radius, so it actually hits a lot of things. I've taken that ball, completed 8 runs with it. Damage dealt 4.8 million. Times launched 1,026. Obtained 40. Upgraded 49. Yes, I don't take it that often, but it is very strong, and you can get it multiple ways. So you have the shade, or the embedded starts off with the poison ball, and then you have the shade starts off with the dark ball. Like I said, the wind is the radical, so you're not going to be able to. So just choose either one of those characters and then look for the wind ball would be the best way to just make that. This is just a nuclear bomb. It's just bomb plus poison, which so basically you start off with. You can start off with either the tactician or the shield bearer, then just have the itchy finger as your main dude, and then just look for a poison ball to make that. Overgrowth, which you have the earthquake ball plus the what is that ball called? I always forget what it's called. Cell, that's what it's called. And it just makes the overgrowth is the weakest ball on its own out of the ones you make with the earthquake ball, but it is very very usable. If you have, that's the best ball to pair with flicker flash or holy laser. Like it just blows the whole screen up over and over and over again indefinitely. It's the most crazy thing ever. So you could just start off. You start off with makeshift Sisyphus, and then just look for the cell ball. That's the best way to do that. Phantom, one of my favorite balls. You can get this with the who's the guy who what's the guy the empty nester. I think it's a woman, and the dark guy. Do this. Pretty sure. Let's go make sure you can. There's just shade. Why do I call him that? The dark guy. Jesus Christ. The shade. Let's see here. I'm not sure if you can do that or not. I don't play the shade that much so far. He's one of my people I played on Learning Next. Yeah, you can do that. So you just go. Yeah, you go empty nester and him, and you can make that ball right away. It's really really strong. It fuses with a lot of stuff to do cool stuff too. So. Yoink. We still have a lot of stuff to go through. Bang. Okay, radiation beam. Just you get the laser. So you could like I said, you can't. The guy who has the laser, you can't. So really, your only option if you're looking to go into this is starting off with the embedded, and then just look for lasers, or just start off looking for lasers and cell. But you're not gonna, like, you can't really set up doing it that easily. But anyway, the next ball, bleed plus dark. So it's sacrifice. It inflicts 4 stacks of bleed, max 15 stacks, and applies curse. Cursed enemies are hit 50 to 100 after being hit 5 times. Like I said, really super good with baby balls. So I'm pretty sure you could just play warrior and the shade. I don't know why they would ban. I'm done. I think you can just go right into this ball if you wanted. If you want me to get that really quickly. Sandstorm. So makeshift Sisyphus starts off with earthquake. So and you just need to look for wind basically. It goes through enemies and is surrounded by a raging storm. It's really really good. Pass through. Does crazy AoE. Blinds them for 3 seconds. There's Satan. So you need to get the 2 evolutions to hit him. It's crazy. I will make a video where I do that. Shotgun. This ball is horrendously terrible. Until you fuse it with either another ball or another evolution. You can either fuse it. Yeah, you have to fuse it with either another evolution or just another ball. And then you can do really crazy stuff, but it's the iron ball. So tactician or the shield bearer, and then you can just take the flatulent and go right into it and build shotgun. Super strong. Soul Sucker. This is a very good ball. Passes through enemies and saps them. with a 30% chance of dealing 1 health, reducing their attack by 20% chance. Lifesteal only applies once per enemy. So, but it does. It just gives them everyone on the screen a chance for you to steal 1 health from them. They probably will before you kill them. So it just gives you tons and tons of healing over the course of a run if you have it for a long period of time. And Vampire and Ghost is the Empty Nester plus the Spendthrift. I'm not 100% certain. Let's go see again if you can do that. It's kind of annoying. Empty Nester. You can. Here's the Spendthrift. So yeah, you could just do that. You could have them 2 characters and go right into it. Okay, where are we here? Oh yeah, it's okay. The Spider Queen. This is really easy. You just go Cohabitants and Flatulent, and you can go right into this ball. This is actually a very strong ball, and it can fuse to become even stronger. I think I probably have this B tier by itself, but it's still solid. And then it does crazy stuff when you combine it with other things. And it's also part of making Nosferatu, which is obviously something people like to do because it's just cool. It's also an achievement, I believe. So it's pretty sweet. It's a good. You want this with your doing a part of a baby ball build anyway. So you would just grab this. If you have him in the Flatulent and the Cohabitants, you're going to want to go into a baby ball build anyway because you just both the balls you start with just make baby balls. So there you go. Storm. Emits lightning to strike nearby enemies every second, dealing 1 to 40 damage. Very, very strong AoE ball. It has pass through. It doesn't say that it does there, but it does. Like I said, you can't get the wind ball from starting off, so you would just take the juggler with his lightning ball. And then just look for wind is be the best way to go into this. And then here we got the Succubus. It's part of making Satan, so it's cool. It has such a low % chances of doing anything, so it's not really that great by itself. But like I said, no one starts off with the Charm Ball. So, but you can just start off with the Spendthrift and then look for Charm Balls to get this. It'd be the best way to just try to go into this ball if you wanted to make it. This one is blinds all enemies in view. Add 1 stack of burn every 1 second. Max 5 stacks. Burn lasts for 6 seconds and deals 6 to 12 damage per second. So yeah, basically you could just start off with the Itchy Finger and the Physicist if you wanted to just build this immediately. It's very strong. Also, you make the Black Hole by combining that with Dark. I'm pretty sure. I haven't done it yet, but I think that's how you do it. And then you can actually, if you combine them again with Sun, then it actually adds the blinding enemy in view and adding burn. But it also adds the black hole ability, so you literally just kill everything on the screen instantaneously every 1 second or however often it is. It's really super ridiculous. Next is Swamp. Leaves behind tar blobs over time. Enemies who walk into the tar blobs are dealt 15 to 20 damage and slowed by 50% for 7 seconds and gain 1 stack of poison. Max H stacks. Each stack of poison does 1 to 3 damage per second. The ball and its tar blobs also do 6 to 12 damage to nearby units. This ball is insane. And you can just start off with this ball. All you have to do is play the makeshift Sisyphus with the embedded guy. Yes, that's the name of him, the embedded. You can just do that. I'm doing that right now currently. I think it's my strongest. It's my strongest character combination in my opinion that I like to play. It's really really good. That you can just go right and do it immediately. And also like once you're completely have your whole kit out, you get to choose a third ball immediately. So then that'll let you you can kind of set up future. If you don't want to do Swamp, you can set up other. Because all the other, like if you take a fireball or take a wind ball or take whatever, you can do tons of different things off of Earthquake. But Swamp is really strong, and you can just start off with that, and it's really good. Vampire Lord. So this would be, you could start off with the Spendthrift plus Warrior, or the Spendthrift plus the Shade. Just go right into this. Vampire Lord is part of making Nosferatu. Each hit inflicts 3 stacks of bleed, heals 1 health, and consumes all stacks when hitting an enemy with at least 10 stacks of bleed. This ball's fine. It's not super amazing, but it is really good. It's part of making. He said it's part of making Nosferatu, which is cool. Virus. This is a neat ball here. It applies 1 stack of disease to units it hits, max 8 stacks. Disease lasts for 6 seconds. Each stack of disease totals 3 to 6 damage per second. Disease units have a 15% chance of passing a stack to the undiseased nearby units each second. So basically, it just spreads a sort of poison sickness type thing all over the screen. It's pretty cool. Empty Nester and Embedded. I think that works. And if not, just start off with the Embedded and look for either Ghost or Cell to make it. Be the best way to go about doing that. Next is Voluptuous Egg Sac. You can do something funny with this. Someone in the chat told me about it. You basically just play Voluptuous Egg Sac with the juggler. Just toss these bombs of baby balls into the middle of everybody. It's actually pretty sick. But you get it. You basically start off with the flatulent, just so you have the egg sac, sorry, and then you just look for Cell by rolling for it. Banning things, looking for it. It's one way to go into that. Wraith, very good ball. Fuses any enemy it passes through for 0.8 seconds. So you can just shoot this on angles, bounce it through, and you'll freeze everything for 0.8 seconds that it touches. It's not a super high damage ball, but it's fine. But it just slows the whole field down. Very strong, and you can combine this with any other evolution to just go crazy. So very, very strong. I think this is like A S tier evolution. It's very, very good. Like the damage isn't super amazing, but you could just start off as the Repentant and go right into Repentant plus Empty Nester. I'm pretty sure works. So if you wanted to do that, or just play either of them and then look for the other ball. And then last is Nosferatu, which is 3 evolutions. Spawns the Vampire Bat each bounce. Vampire Bat flies towards a random enemy, dealing 132 to 176 damage on hit, turning into a Vampire Lord. Yeah, it's nuts. Basically, if you take Nosferatu and then just connect it to any other strong evolution or item, you can just like do the most crazy stuff. But as you say, if you're on like fast anything higher than fast plus, you're probably not going to get it with it. You know what I mean? So, but it's just really fun. I'm looking forward to do crazy stuff. Satan, you can get even on a hard run, because it's just only two. It's just 2 balls that are fairly achievable. So with just by rolling and banning stuff. So, but yeah, that's all of the evolutions and how you make them. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give you guys a little bonus here. So, okay, let's see here. Can you do Empty Nester plus Flatulent here? I'm not really certain. So we want to do Empty Nester plus. Yeah, let's just go see what we can do here. We're going to do something fun here. I saw someone do it earlier today. So main thing you want to do is the Empty Nester. Here they are. And let's see. We can either go Egg Sac. We'll just go Spendthrift, because we'll have the Vampire Ball. Cool. Cool beans. Alright. We're just going to go... So we're on New Game Plus here. We'll just go to the Boneyard. We need to... Okay, we haven't actually cleared Snowy Shores at all with them yet. So we're just going to go super slow mode on the Snowy Shores here. Hopefully we can make this work. This should be really fun if I get it to work. Oh, okay, let's see here. You don't want any of these. We will take the gems. No, that's not going to do anything for us. We'll skip these 2. Okay, we do need to... Let's see here. Settings. Manually activate level up screen. Yes, that's what we want. You're gonna laugh when I get this to go off. It's so broken. I'll give credit to Flashy Turtle. He's the one that he finds most of the. He's probably the guy who's doing the most. Okay, let's see here. Nope, we don't want that here. We will ban this. We'll roll once here. Okay, we're gonna ban these also. We're just trying to get all the balls out of the pool that we don't want. Oh, we do want this ball though. Yeah, we want this one. We'll just take it. Next, we're just looking for the egg sac now. We're good. We'll banish these two here. I will roll once here. We're just looking for the egg sac, so we'll just give this level 3. It's fine. We'll make Phantom here. Now we're just looking for the egg sac. That's all we want now. We're good to be good. Oh, we got it. Sweet. Now we just gotta make sure we don't die. Before we get to do this. Okay, so we don't want any of this. We will just... we'll just take that. We'll just level that up. Okay, we'll go ahead and make our mosquito swarm now. Now we just need to level up our mosquito swarm. We're good. And our phantom, I guess, too. Okay. Basically, we don't want to level up anymore at all. Well, we can take items. It's fine, actually. We can take items. We just need one more evolution thing. What could we good here? Oh man, hopefully we get one before. Okay. We'll just take that. It's pretty cool. Okay, cool. Let's hope this works the same way it works for him, for me. Oh, yeah. We'll take an item here. What do we want? Sure. Okay, we're not going to use any more of our levels. We don't want to. So we'll just. This is enough here. Well, look how crazy this. Ah! We're just going to let our levels go. We don't want any more balls. Because that'll screw up the way that the empty nester works. So the empty nester, the balls that have cooldowns don't have cooldowns on the empty nester. So normally this ball would have a 3-second cooldown because it explodes on hit. So instead we're just making tons of these. We're just making tons of these mosquitoes that are draining this thing. We probably should have looked for the item that we can max heal with, but whatever, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna... This is so crazy. I'll show you the damage screen at the end. We're just farming gold here the rest of the run. Yay. Watch this. Oh! Oh my god. That is so gross. Also, we're just healing. These all heal us, all these hits. Anytime a mosquito kills anything, it heals you, so... Do you see all our mosquitoes standing on the screen after that was over? They're all just looking for something to attack. I find it funny that they still roll to give you the gold, even though it's the only option. Yeah, the Empty Nester is all about making these single ball builds. Because you can build one really powerful double evolution, and then just never make any more balls. So you'll just it just shoots that same ball out twice over and over and over again. Because it makes a copy of of a special ball you have. But if you only have one special ball, it's guaranteed to copy that really powerful ball. So you can go, if you can merge Satan with another evolution, and then have the Empty Nester, you'll just shoot at that Satan evolution over and over and over and over again. The Satan fusion, I should say. This is really stupid. It has good wave clear. The wave clear is insane, obviously. I feel I've built things that have better wave clear than this. Overgrowth plus Flash has better wave clear than this. But this has way better boss clear. This just like nukes the boss. The bosses. It's insane. Oh, we played Snowy Shores. Oddly enough, this is the one boss you're not going to like murk really fast because it's gonna have a shield in front of it. But whatever. So it won't be like a 5-second boss fight, but it might be like a 30-second boss fight. See the mosquitoes chilling on the screen there? Yeah, there you go. I have 12 levels I haven't used. All the mosquitoes. Hell yeah. Okay. Annoying. We haven't even gotten to shoot it that much yet. This is so silly. Like, the mosquitoes are just going on top of it anyway. Oh my god. And that would be the slowest boss for this character to kill, because it has a shield. The rest of them... So yeah, it was doing 10,853 DPS. I did 6.2 million damage. Oh my god. That's so crazy. But anyway, yeah. So if you ever want to do that, play Empty Nester plus Spendthrift, then look for you just look for a dark ball to merge with the ghost, so you can make phantom, and then you look for an egg sac to merge with a vampire ball. Then you just merge those together, and the game's over. You win. And just don't make sure you have your manual leveling up on, so that you don't have to level up and take other balls you don't want to take. But anyway, that's that. I hope you enjoyed my like little tutorial on how to make evolutions. Shout out to the guy that requested that. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully everyone else does too. And I hope you guys all have a great day.